Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're out here working on the Camaro today. As you can see behind me, no dart yet. It'll be here, pick it back up on the 30th. We'll be covering a lot of that today, kind of what's been going on since the last update, going over some new stuff I got in the mail, and yeah, we'll get right into it. Today we're not doing anything crazy. As you can see, there's no front license plate on the ZL1. Didn't come with that option up front. But here in Virginia, we got to run two plates. So rather than risk getting a ticket or doing the lazy thing and throwing the license plate up in the dash and still risking a ticket, because I've gotten that before in my old Evo, I had it up in the dash and I got a ticket for not having it hard mounted to the front bumper. We're going to run through and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm doing. I saw something on 5th Gen Camaro about running a bracket through the front of the grill area, because there's two hidden tabs on each side of the grill, or on the radiator support, 4.5 inches on each side of that center section. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing with that today, and kind of give you an idea of what's going on with the car. So here we go. As you can see, I already got it up in the air. That is one battle I don't enjoy fighting with this car so far, is with how low everything is on this compared to the Dart. With that huge lip down there on the bottom, it's a struggle getting this thing up in the air when you don't have a super low profile jack, or really I guess hand built, low pro ramps to get this thing up in the air. I kind of got to start at the rear and then go to the front. But yeah, here we go. Here you can see we replaced those the bow ties. The old ones were just the gold ones with somebody put that cheap vinyl carbon fiber looking stuff on it, but we replaced them with the actual ones, so we're not running those little cheap ones anymore. Let's see if I can get a good view in here. I'm hoping so. Let's see. I don't know if you can really see that all that well, but there is right in between you can kind of see it back there. There is a little clip right there in the center. You can see a little notch cut out of the plastic. There are two tabs, or two bolt holes right there that are hard mounted, and that's what we're going to use. There's two on this side, and two on the exact same place on the other side, where the plastic is cut out. And what we've done is we've gone up under here. You can see where the plastic has been cut out. Right here, little L-shaped plastic, little notch I just made into it, and right there, those two little, I guess tucked away lock nuts or nuts that are stuck in a plastic mount on the radiator, and those are the two we're going to use for the mount. There's two right here on this side, and then you go over here, same exact thing on this side right there, same little notch cut out, same little two nuts on the radiator, not radiator. That we're going to use for the bracket right there. Sorry for all the camera switching. You turn it and this thing's flip-flopping all over the place. But yeah, you can see it right there. That's where we're going to come through, and that's where the bracket's going to be. It's going to be made out of aluminum. Keep it light. I'm not having nothing crazy, and it's going to run right there, and it'll come out and have a bracket on there. And yeah, I'll catch back up with you here in a little bit with that. I haven't really done anything to the car other than keep it clean. We did swap out the side markers on it so far. We got rid of the front ones here, and the back ones here, they're now smoked. And then rather than having the chrome trim around the taillights, we did switch that out for the black ones. And again, got rid of the vinyl layover on the rear trunk bow tie, so now we actually have the real legit black one on there. Yeah, same thing on this side, and right here I gotta clean off that little tape right there, but that's all we've got done on the Camaro so far. I'll get back on here in a minute once I get some of this stuff done, and then show you guys what I'm working with here. Alright guys, just wrapped up the license plate on the Camaro, just finished putting that on. I'll give you a quick run through on you know, kind of how the bracket was made, but it's simply just a U-shaped bracket like this, and it's got two little 90-degree brackets on the end of it. They're threaded onto a piece of 1/8" aluminum, or 1/8" thick aluminum that's about 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's run right through the grill, and it's run right to those little bolts, connectors I told you about. So I'll give you a little picture of that to kind of show you how it went. You can see here, it's just a little bracket, runs right through the grill right there, trimmed off a little bit, just painted simple black, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Right there, run right through, just like I was saying, right through that part of the grill. It's notched out. Run it right to the back there, and it's got, you can see the two nuts and bolts holding it, basically bolted in there, and then it's got the other two underneath. Like this. You see here, I kind of move the hoses a little bit. These hoses here, you can see the two bolts right there, and it's just a simple little 90-degree L bracket on both sides, and that is essentially it. And now all I got to do with these is pop these back into place here. Won't be any interference with any of that, and then I get to put the two bottom trays back together underneath here to cover up everything else, because, you know, modern sports cars got to have their trays underneath, and it clearly takes a lot of screws and bolts to get them back together. We've got the big one here that goes underneath like that. That goes to the rear. That's the front side. It tucks right up in there. And then we've got that one right there, which would be the very front one that tucks in right underneath here on the underside of the lip. But that is the license plate cover, or the license plate holder I made for the Camaro, so that I didn't have to mess up any of the paint or spend $100 on the Stow or Show and Go one that goes underneath the bottom. And it cost me about 15 bucks worth of materials, and I got it made. Funny enough, I got underneath there the first time and found the remnants of a Show and Go plate or mount that somebody had underneath there, but along the lines of owners passing things from one to the next, it had been removed at some point. But that's pretty much it. That's how that simple little install works. It's more of a pain to take everything apart than it is to actually do the work. So we got her all up in there. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse her off since I was cutting some stuff over here. I don't want to get dust and stuff on it, but we did get some goodies in the mail. I'll go over that real quick with you guys, and again, I'll be adding in some stuff a little later on for what's been going on with the Dart. We got some race clip harnesses in, brand new stuff. That way I'm not using some outdated or eBay specials. I don't want to take the risk of something happening if we go out to the track and it gets a little squirrely. So picked those up yesterday. And then the big one, which is brand new 2XL race clip helmet, since I have a fat dome, and I got to be able to keep my head safe when we go in there. But picked these up from a local guy. He's kind of starting up a new business and stuff. Saved a couple bucks off ordering from Jegs. You know, not massive savings or anything, but I'd rather help him out, especially with everything going on right now. I still saved about 10 bucks off of ordering it from Jegs, but it also helps him with his whole business and keeping things going. But this is the brand new helmet that I picked up. It's not there
you know, top of the line, expensive one or anything like that. Just, you know, can't have cool stuff without stickers. But yeah, that's it. Simple, easy to go. I think this one was about $165, if I'm not mistaken. But works out great for me, especially now that I'm having a cage. You know, ta-da. That'll work. Unfortunately, I didn't get the race clip shoes that I ordered because somebody from the seller of these new shoes decided he needed my money more than I did. But luckily, I don't buy things online without doing PayPal goods and services, which I cannot stress enough. If you guys are ever out there buying parts from people, especially on like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, anything like that, always pay the, you know, $3 or whatever extra it's going to cost you to get the coverage for you, because you gotta cover yourself, especially nowadays when it comes to people, and you know, people falling on hard times, this and that. You know, you don't want to send, especially large chunks of money. You don't want to send large chunks of money out there and then, you know, do the friends and family option and then have them say, oh, well, you know, thanks, appreciate the money, I'm not sending you your stuff. So make sure you always do that. Cover yourself. Make sure you know the rules, like Facebook Marketplace, things like that. They don't protect you. If you send the money through Facebook Pay, it doesn't work. Unless you use the buy it now option or purchase now option through Facebook Marketplace, they don't cover you as far as your purchases go. So anything peer-to-peer, make sure you read the rules and regulations. Peer-to-peer does not warrant Facebook protection for purchases. So make sure you're actually sending the money. Friends and family, cover yourself. I can't stress that enough. I had enough people throughout this whole build try and get me for money. One was a cam that I was going to get for the new motor. It was a BTR twin turbo stage 2 cam, or stage 3 cam. He decided not to send it to me. I paid the fees. I got my money back. Same thing with the race quit boots. You know, I'm not going to get them now until later on, but you know, cover yourself. I can't stress that enough. But yeah. Other than that, that's what's going on right now. Oh, I do have the 2 Holley loose control solenoids coming in the mail. They were shipped out Friday, so we'll have those in the next couple days. And then I think that'll be it parts-wise, as far as I know, unless I, you know, happen to be on Marketplace, come across something that I want. But the rest I'll just kind of be waiting on until I get the Dart back on the 30th, and then there'll be a lot more in-depth videos on wiring up and things, because I have to get the trans brake and everything wired back up. Since everything was pulled out of the car, I've got to get the mount box wired back up, and then actually set up the Motion Raceworks CO2 boost control, all that mess, and then paint the cage, everything else. So you'll see a lot more videos coming from there. If something happens in between now and then, I'll keep you guys posted. But all the cage work's done, all the chassis work's done. You'll see that in some pictures here in a little bit, and I'll wait to post the video until after I've gotten the pictures from Theo over at Redmond Fab. He said he would have it back on the ground today. C-clip eliminators installed, the ring and pinion reset. Last person that did it didn't necessarily do it as well as they should have, but we got new parts going in, and yeah, the Yukon gear, C-clip eliminators, the chromoly axles are going in. The 15x10 7.5 backspace wheels were mounted on the slicks now. The pictures, I don't think I've shared the pictures yet, but I'll put them on the video, and then I'll kind of walk you through everything that was going on. Wishbone and stuff is all that. You'll see pictures of that. I'll talk to you a little bit about it later, but just wanted to do a quick update, let you guys know what was going on, kind of do a little walkthrough how-to on the ZL1. As soon as the governor of our state of Virginia decides to open up the DMVs, we'll get plates on the ZL1, and then I'll get you guys some driving videos and stuff on there. I did pick up a set of long tubes for it. Let's see. I did pick up a set of long tubes for it. They're over here. I'm waiting to find a cap back. I've got them kind of stashed up here in the overhead right now. But they are a set of pipes, long tube headers for the Camaro. But I'm not going to worry about installing the nose until I get around to picking up a cat back for it, which probably won't happen until the Dart comes back from chassis. So Alright guys, that's all I got. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, share it around. If you got anybody that think, that likes LS swaps or Mopars, the Mopar guys that might make a little more upset, but hey, oh well. That's why we do what we do. Alright guys, take care. See you next time. Alright everybody, time for some updates. Just like I said earlier in the video, we'll jump right into it. Here are some pictures of the subframe connectors. I had Theo make me up at Redmond Fab. Again, I'll put his Instagram name down there. You can see it here. The torque boxes are right underneath that. But I had him make these custom rather than buying an off-the-shelf kit. A lot better and stronger. This was when he first started mocking up the ladder bars in the back. Just barely getting everything set up here. That's why everything's still bare metal. Just getting adjustments, trying to get lengths and everything right. You can see that tied into the rear end here. Another angle. Still a Ford 8.8 rear end. Still the same drive shaft. 1350 joints on the front and the back. This is the initial test fit for the wheels on the chassis. These are the 15x8s though, not the 15x10s. Little underside picture, little close up of all the brakes, some of the bracing that's going on back there. Make sure everything stays put. That way we can plant and go and not have to worry about everything getting twisted. You can see the tack welds and stuff on there. This is up on the front of the transmission. I had him tie it into the sides. I wanted a better transmission mount than what I was running before. I wanted drive shaft loops. So this is the front one here. You can kind of see the bracing tied into the sides over there. This thing is going to be stiff, but that's the way we wanted it to go. And it'll be a lot better when I was running before. Here you can see the second of the drive shaft loops tied into that bar that goes across the back. Looks a little wonky, but it's straight, trust me. He got it worked out. These are new strange front brakes. The original front brakes I did not want to go down the track with, and they were the only original brake part left on the car. Everything else has been upgraded, and this was the last part. Here's some more bracing I had him do. Well, I didn't have him do. He did it on his own to make sure everything was solid as could be. I love it. Everything looks solid and tight in there, just like we wanted it to be. Here's the 2810.5s. I got it popped off the 15x8 wheels, and then we got them put on the 15x10s with the 7.5-inch backspace, and that way when we were done with the chassis and stuff underneath, they would go on and we would know for real how they fit. This is the start of the parachute mount for the back. This is from the front side of the car looking back. He braced everything up. This is a custom built one by him. This is where it sits. Little back view for you. But it works well. He's got one on his car, and Chris has one on his car too. And that's a little side view, kind of the height of where it'll sit. This is the wishbone. Finally, we had to order a couple extra pieces, but wishbone got tied in on there. Looked great. This is some finished pictures underneath. Just awesome job. Everything looks great. I love every bit of it. Finished ladder bars. Ride height was already, he set the ride height and everything already. Got it all dialed in. This is from the back end. You can see where it's all tying in. Everything's been painted by him. Looks awesome. These are the new 15x10, 7.5 backspace C-clip eliminators are done in that picture. This was final ride height for it in the back end. So I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to get this thing done. This is the first mock-up of kind of where we're going to put that air-to-water intercooler setup, and then we'll start piping on there. These are the RC Comp Torx wheels that I'll be running. I love them, love the looks, and that's kind of how they look on the red car, on a red car, and obviously mine's red, so I love it. They look killer. We'll be getting those later on down the road. The jegs will still be my street wheels and tires, but those things right there are going to be my drag setup. So just want to give you guys, some up-to-date real-world pictures of what's been going on with the car. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, subscribe, share around. We'll get you some more pictures and stuff as they come to it. We got cold side and hot side to finish up now, and then we'll be done. Countdown
28, 29-ish days, and we'll be done with the car and I can pick it back up. All right, guys, take care.